Everybody, it's your favorite host, Rios here. No intro because Carlos is the worst. Didn't leave me one. Hate him with every fiber of my being. Anyway, hope you guys are having a great weekend. I'm feeling pretty ecstatic today. It feels pretty good. Wake up on football Sunday. Team is going to do well. It's a great feeling. Also, the Rangers got dog walk yesterday, which also makes me feel very well. It makes me feel pretty good as well. So, pretty close game for a while. Then Diamondbacks blew it open. I think Garcia is probably going to up his HGH intake to make up for being a no-show yesterday. But anyway, on to football Sunday. CJ versus Bryce today, number one versus number two. This is the fifth time in NFL history that's happened. So far, historically, the number two pick has had more success against number ones. They're 3-1. Hopefully, make that 4-1 today. Of the Texans versus the Panthers. These are two teams that haven't played each other a whole lot. This will be their sixth meeting. Currently, the Panthers lead the all-time meetings 3-2. Again, hopefully we can even that up today. So let's dive a little bit into the Panthers. They are currently winless. They are 0-6. The reason for their struggles is that they can't really score the ball. They're one of the lowest scoring teams in the league at 18.8 points a game. Flip side, they're allowing almost 32 points a game, which is worse than I want to say it's either 31 or 32 as far as allowing the opponents to score. So that's part of the reason for the struggles. They gave up their number one pick to move up. They gave up their number one receiver to get Bryce basically, which is a little counterproductive. But hey, so what can I say? So let's dig a little bit deeper onto the Texans. So on the flip side, they are averaging about 22 points a game, which is about 14, middle of the pack. A couple games where they kind of struggle to score a little bit, but regardless, they're still middle of the pack of the league. Now on defense, surprisingly, I was surprised by this number. They're actually number 8 defense in the league, which is pretty good. I had predicted a top 10 defense, in the offseason. So it's nice to see them doing that. Even with our struggles on staying healthy, we've had injuries on both sides of the ball all year. But the model's been next man up, iron sharpens iron, and they've been doing a pretty good job at not letting the injuries affect them on the field. The reason our offense is actually doing pretty well, the rookie quarterback and a offensive line held together by duct tape and prayers, is we have the fewest turnovers in the NFL. And you wouldn't expect that considering all rookie quarterback, first time head coach, first time offensive coordinator, makeshift O line, all these moving parts. We still have the fewest turnovers in the league, which it's a testament to how to CJ's preparation. Speaking of injuries, let's go over the injury report. So for the Texans, not any injuries. So today we have Brevin Jordan, Sheldon Rankins, and Robert Woods out. So out of those three, I would say probably the biggest ones are going to be Sheldon Rankins, just because we struggled a little bit as far as run defense. And that'd be the one weak spot of the defense. Would be the run defense. Next man up. So I don't expect that to affect him too much. With Robert Woods out, that moves Tank Dell to the number 2 receiver spot, which he should be anyway, but give him more opportunities. I expect him to have a pretty big game. It's going to be him, Nico, and it's going to be a revolving door of Mechie and Richardson and Noah Brown. But I expect Tank Dell to eat between the 20s. Panthers, Brian Burns has been questionable all week. He hasn't practiced too much, so we'll see how much that affects him. If he's not 100%, that's definitely going to bode well for our offense as far as a running game and, Dalton Schultz and Tank Dell in the middle of the field. So for the ones that they have out, is going to be Von Bell, which is pretty big. He's been one of their lone bright spots on defense. For them, it's not a whole lot of injuries, but those are the two that kind of stood up for me. So the keys for victory for the Texans. This a couple of times. I believe that we should utilize Singletary a lot more in the running game. He's been far more effective running back. So our offense is pretty similar to what we ran with. We had Aaron Foster, his own running scheme, similar to what the 49ers run. And with to be able to read the correct zones and make a one cut and go through that hole. Pierce has struggled a little bit with that, and I that was one of my fears when going into the season. Like, he's never played in this type of system before. Sure how well he would do, in a zone run scheme. So far, he's struggled a little bit. He's averaging less. He's only averaging about 2.8 yards a carry, which is uh, towards the bottom as far as eligible running backs in the league. So I think utilizing Singletary a little bit more between the 20s and utilizing Pierce in those short yardage and goal line situations will definitely will complement more of their strengths and take less pressure off CJ and make his job a lot easier. Other key for us is getting the ball to Tank Dell. He's your most dynamic playmaker. Give him the ball in space and let him go to work, get those yards after catch. Hitting Dalton Schultz as well. He's been a big red zone target for CJ so far this year, and I think one of a security blank. So if you can get the ball to Schultz and Tank Dell in space, and then hit Nico on those long yard situations and in the red zone, should be a pretty easy day in the office for CJ. The defense struggled all season with pressure. You get a little pressure on him, and he gets a little trigger happy and throws the ball away. So if you can get some pressure on him, because their offensive line is at best. They've struggled to protect Bryce so far this season. So if you get some pressure on him, he's going to have a couple turnovers, a couple fumbles, sacks. I expect Will Anderson to have a breakout game today. I think today is going to be the day he really shines. He's been, as far as the advanced metrics go, he's been winning his matchups, but he just hasn't been getting to the quarterback yet. I think today that changes. I expect at least a couple sacks from him and at least one forced fumble. Matchup to watch is going to be Steven Nelson versus Adam Thielen. Thielen has been their lone bright spot on offense. Season 49 catches for 509 yards and 4 touchdowns. But Steven Nelson has 3 picks on the year. Good matchup. That's probably one of the few matchups I'm looking forward to seeing as far as, quarterback and receiver for this game. EJ, he's like, again, I can't say enough about the kid, man. He's phenomenal. He's, basically a top 10 quarterback as a rookie. He has, over 1,600 yards passing, top 10 in the league, 9 touchdowns, 1 interception. His passer rating is a little bit low at 59. But again, if you look into the numbers of a lot of those incompletions, a lot of it's him throwing the ball away instead of taking a sack, which you want from your quarterback. You don't want him to take too many hits. And, drop passes, which, he has no control over that. But I expect the number to go up to that. I think I said today should have a lot of easy completions. Shouldn't face too much pressure because the Panthers defense is able to stop anybody all year. This is one of the ones I've looked forward to all year before the season started. But just seeing how the Panthers are playing, it's a few games I can honestly say I would usually predict us to win, but this is one I can pretty much guarantee we're going to win. Now it could be a trap game. That's given Sunday, but I think this is one of those where I feel fairly confident that it should be an easy day for the Texans. It should be an easy win. Final predictions. Well, let me go into the odds. So, this is the first time all season that we've been picked to be the winner by ESPN and Vegas. So the ESPN has us at 60% chance of winning this game. Vegas has us as point favorites, which again I can't remember the last time we were favored to win a game. Back to like 2019 when we were favored to win a game. It's been a long, long, hard road. But hey, man, there's always a bright spot at the end. There's always a bright spot at the end of the storm. So we are at that point, hopefully. So as far as my final prediction, I'm gonna go. Obviously, Texans winning. Go Texans 38, Panthers 9. They get a couple field goals. Towards the end of the game. This is gonna be a real short one. I got some stuff I need to take care of today, but I appreciate you guys tuning in. We definitely appreciate you guys, viewing us every week, all the feedback, all the comments. And catch us again on Tuesday for the AFC South Roundtable, which hopefully I will be ecstatic for the win. And hopefully the Titans get dog walk wearing the Oilers uniforms because it's a little bit, Born and raised in Houston, seeing another team wear the Oilers colors, yeah, not great. Guys, appreciate you all. Y'all enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and I'll see you.